Welcome to pattern making class. I'm your college instructor, Annette Julie, and today we are working on our full scale back bodice, and we're making princess seams from our shoulder dart down to the waist. You're going to need your pattern making tools, your scissor, pencil, pen, possibly some tape, curve ruler, 2x18, clear plastic pattern making ruler, and some little pattern weights or some cans, your alphanumeric paper or some just plain white or brown paper would be great. Let's go ahead by making a grain line. And I'm starting with my basic back bodice, full scale. We've got a grain line. We're going to place our block right on that grain line, match it nicely. And we're going to make a copy. Copying off our waist dart. You can take a ruler, place it against the side seam, help to straighten out a possible cutting error or a little nick in the pattern. Prevent you to draw all over your block or your first pattern. Let's do our armhole. Back armhole has double notches. Go ahead and mark those. Up to the low point of the shoulder. Shoulder. Shoulder notches. And our neckline. Now we also want to make sure to mark the dart tip and down here the tip for the waist dart. That looks good. Traced everything off. Now let's go ahead and draw the rest of the information we need. We're going to need our dart legs. Our waist dart. And now our shoulder dart. You can also draw a grain line parallel with the one you originally started with. And this one, 1 inch away. This is the one we can draw an arrow on, both directions, and write our pattern information. And in the last video, when I separated the center front from the side front, I had that grain line information here. So this is going to be my center back. This is going to be a princess seam bodice. And this one is going to be to the shoulder. And we're going to work more on the front and the back together. So I'm going to keep these over to the side. This is my size 8. Your name. And roughly the date. Great. Now we have a copy that we can work with. And we already have darts in our mid-shoulder position. So we're not going to move this line or this line, but we're going to move the shoulder tip. Maybe the shoulder tip dart, maybe over maybe like 1/4 of an inch. And how do we figure that out? Well, we're going to take our hip curve and we're going to connect this notch and that tip, or a little bit further down from that tip, and we're going to try to make a nice smooth line. And I made it in pencil just to make sure I'm happy with it, and I am. Let me confirm that line. Now I'm going to take my dart leg, the other one, and I'm going to connect it back to the princess seam I just started. And I've moved that tip over. And now the dart is gone, and we're going to cut on both sides of that dart leg, the new position, here and here. And we're going to use a set of double notches along the princess seam. Also, too, I really like to blend a little point right here at this tip. Let's also make that curved on the side princess panel. Let's add some double notches. From the waist up, I think we'll go up about 1.5 inches. And then up another 1/2 inch, so we're up 1.5 and 2. And let's do that on the other dart leg. Now we're going to put a set of double notches up here, a little bit past our tip of the dart that we blended into a princess seam. There we have a set of double notches as well. And you can put a U, or in this case a circle, because when we split them apart, you would have a U. And this is very much looking like we can go ahead and cut it apart. Let's go ahead and cut from the waist up. You can pick either dart leg to cut on to start. And remember, on that side back panel, I blended a little bit up there. So we got rid of the point, because we don't want any points. There's nice curved lines. And I'm going to cut on the princess seam style line now that I just drew. And now we're going to cut that little triangle out of the shoulder, and we're going to get rid of the dart pickup. But this is in our new curved position. And that's what you get rid of on the shoulder. Very important. We have one more dart pickup here to get rid of. Cutting up my dart leg from the waist going up. And that looks great. Might smooth out one of the pieces there, but you can see how the notches go and the shoulder all go back very nicely. Might take off another little 1/8 of an inch. And then we have our center back princess seam to shoulder and our side back princess seam to shoulder, which I'll label and put seam allowance on in another video. And then I also have, like I said, the center front princess seam to the shoulder, or side front princess seam to shoulder, and center front princess seam to shoulder. So if you want to see how I put all the seam allowance on and all the rest of the labeling, please watch the next video. Thanks so much.